about this before on the show, the art of hanging art, but you have, Leigh-Ann, a way to do this that perhaps we have not seen before, because it is tricky. If you want something like this done in your home, we've always said lay it all down on the ground.
Which I don't think you should do.
It's really hard, because how do you get it to look like it does
From
on
there,
the ground on the wall?
To here, exactly.
Right?
It can be really challenging. So I've got some really cool little gadgety tools that will make your life so much easier. And then I have my method, which maybe isn't the right method, but hey, it works for me when I hang art.
Yeah.
And I was able to hang these backstage in about 3 or 4 minutes, like literally.
That's
now
true.
they're not perfect, but I'm gonna perfect it as we go through the segment.
I think they look great.
Well, I've done 2 variations because I find people either love a very much more traditional gallery format, so obviously we're missing one, we're going to talk about that, or doing something a little more eclectic and random, and this is kind of my speed. I like having a little bit of chaos to my artwork, just because I think even the layout then becomes more artistic. I think it's really a fun way to grow your art without being confined to a gallery format.
I agree with you. I am this, but I'm moving more towards that.
You want to be this.
I'm letting my hair down, Leigh-Ann.
Well, you know what?
I want crazy.
It's just about then not being too precise with your measurements. But if you are this person, here are 2 little gadgets that you need to have. I've shown both on the show before, but not in action. So this one, I think, is key for anyone hanging artwork. And you're looking at it thinking, oh, what the heck is that? Well, I'm going to hand that to you for a second. Sure. Basically, this is an instant leveler. And actually, I've got it upside down. Let's spin it. There we go.
Okay.
Instant leveler to hang your artwork. So instead of eyeballing and making your wall look like Swiss cheese with putting 8 holes in it, instead, you hook your piece of artwork onto the back here. You hold it. I'm going to give you that for a second. You can hold it in place. Now, clearly, I'm not holding it in line, but you can get the idea where you would hold it. And there's a level built in right at the top, so you can see to make sure it's level. You take it off. I hand that to you. And then you push in the wall, or push the whole wall, and it will leave an indentation where you need to put your nail.
Oh, smart.
So it really takes all the guesswork out of hanging the artwork for you.
Okay, now, that's foolproof.
Foolproof. Now, in the case of doing the gallery wall, where spacing is oh so important, measure it has saved my bacon. Literally saved my bacon. Jason? I know he likes bacon. This was his bacon.
So here's what's cool about this.
So here's what is cool. It's a measuring tape, but it's like a Post-it note.
Yeah.
So it's sticky on the wall. So when you're measuring between center to center, oops, it'll stick right on the wall for you. So we're just going to eyeball it a little bit here. So it's hands-free. You're not holding a measuring tape while you do it. You can rip it off. And then basically you just catch your measurements of where you need to center it off.
You know exactly how long that needs to be. You know exactly the space that needs to be.
Exactly. You mark it. You set it, you nail it, you forget it. You hang it, and it's beautiful.
I like it.
Right? Beautiful. Now, as I was saying, my speed is a little bit more of this happening.
It's a little eclectic.
I picked up all these pieces from IKEA, and I love that you can just mix and match. I don't have consistent frames. I'm not one of those people who does the eclectic wall but has different frames, or the same frames. I like different ones. But I have a trick hidden under each of the pieces. Okay. So I'm going to lift this off to show you. I don't do the floor layout.
Oh my gosh, Listerine's on special. Okay.
I do newspaper layouts.
Yeah.
So I basically it takes an extra 10 or 15 minutes to make templates of each of the sizes of your pieces of artwork, lay them out, cut them out, and then this is why it took me, I was able to do this so quick. I just use painter's tape under there, so it won't damage your walls, and this way you can move them around to get a feel for your layout. Laying it on the floor doesn't work in staircases that are curved and big, expansive walls. You need to have some maneuverability when you're hanging. So I hung all of these pieces just based on my template. And the key with this is once you have the layout that you want, before you even start to then rip it down and replace, leave these up to hang your nails. Because what you're going to do is, with this case, the back's wired. What you're going to do is you're going to take a tape measure. You're going to measure the height from center, from where your nail would go to the top. So it's 8 inches. You come back over here, you mark your 8 inches, which I've already done, and there's my nail.
So you don't have to do that fussing back and forth to get it right.
You can hammer the nail right in, rip this off with the nail already on the wall.
That's smart.
And then go right up and hang your artwork.
I like it,
It makes it so much easier. The one other problem that I find so many people do, and in fact what I've done is then what not to do, with a bigger piece you want to put 2 nails, but if you don't and you get this action happening, and see, you're trying to fix it. Sticky tack from the dollar store. Take a couple pieces of this,
I remember that
underneath
stuff.
the front of each frame, the bottom,
Yeah.
it'll hold it in place.
Okay, still crooked, but we get the point.
We'll do both
That's
sides and
very
we'll level it
cool.
out.
Okay, that's great. I like that way. I'm going to do that way.
Easy.
Let's go to break. We've got more coming up. Stay with us. That's very